Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Ethan's NBA Talk Live here tonight. You may be wondering, Ethan, there's no Sixers game on tonight. That is because today we're changing it up and we're going to be commentating the Flyers game tonight. It's going to be an interesting one. It'll be my first ever hockey game that I'm going to commentate. So, really looking forward to this. It'll be Flyers versus the Capitals. Now, it'll be interesting to find out because hockey is a harder sport to commentate than basketball. Definitely. Like, it's a very fast game. So, your starting goalies, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Ersson in goal for the Flyers, Logan Thompson in goal for the Washington Capitals. Getting ready here. The primetime game, it's on TNT. Ersson's had a tough season. He's for the most part come off the bench for the Flyers. So we are underway here. We're just going to wait for people to come in. And here we go. Here in Philadelphia, Xfinity Mobile Arena. Drysdale with the puck. Now York kind of floats it to center ice. And now Washington picks it up. And on the left side, Washington's offside. Here are the lineups for today. Both head coaches, Spencer Carberry for the Washington Capitals and Rick Tocchet, head coach of the Philadelphia Flyers. So, puck floats, Sand, and now Konechny picking it up. Konechny will go cross ice with it, and York puts it in deeper into the Washington zone. Konechny trying to pick up on it, and Washington retrieves the puck now. And again, Washington offside for the second time of the day. Just 42 seconds in. And guess who's the birthday boy today? It's Travis Konechny. His 29th birthday today. He's in his career, he's got a goal and 3 assists on his birthday. Lineups for the Flyers. Should be an interesting one. Puck gets floated in, and Strome will chase after it for the Capitals. And now a turnover. Sanheim tried to go across the ice with it, and it was broken up by Strome. But the Capitals immediately turn it over. Sanheim picks it up, trying to put it into the offensive zone. Sanheim race with Rasmus Sandin, and the Capitals get to it. Now the Flyers get it, tip it now. Try to get a pass, but a turnover, and Washington has nowhere to go. They'll just put it in deeper into the Philadelphia zone. Flyers retrieve. A little bit of sloppy start from both teams. Grundstrom almost makes a defensive play. Justin Shortef sticks with it. Now Ovechkin has it on the left side. Ovechkin, Shortef with a shot fought off by Ersson. We have 9 people in right now. Welcome aboard, everybody, to the here's a shot, deflection, and it sat there for a moment, and Shortef now will get it behind the Washington net. And now they move it up at the blue line, and they just kind of put it behind the Flyers net. York has to pick it up. York gets checked eventually, and now bounces a shot and a save by Ersson. It bounced right to Brandon Duhaime, but Ersson saw all the way. What is up, Kelly Wise, Washington? Welcome into the live. And what is up, Braden Robinson? Welcome as well to the live. So, we're watching the Flyers and Capitals right now. 0-0 still first 3 minutes. Van Riemsdyk takes one from the point. That is blocked by Barkey. Now Drysdale trying to get it for the Flyers. And a turnover. Here's a shot wide. And Van Riemsdyk took one. And Ersson has to melt one down. There he is, Alex Ovechkin, arguably one of the greatest to ever do it. He beat Wayne Gretzky's goal-scoring record last year. He's looking to do, including the playoffs as well. He's got 998 goals with a regular season and playoffs. And now Sanheim, left wing, he's on side. Sanheim takes a shot, and it's sailed high and over the glass. There is our Russian on our team, Matvei Michkov, in his second year in the NHL. And hopefully Matvei Michkov will be at Alex Ovechkin's level at some point. Ovechkin, the captain of the Capitals, obviously. The grade 8, they call him up in D.C. Face-off is won by Dvorak. Sanheim now gets it back to Dvorak. Dvorak unable to get it. Flyers looking to stick with it in the Washington zone. They dig away in the corner, and it bounces through the bump. Bump now to Konechny. He looked to center it, and it was broken up. And now the Capitals clear as far as the red line. Dvorak now will pick it up. Sanheim moving it in deeper. And now Washington will pick it up. Capitals have won 7 of the last 11 games. Here's a shot from the point. Deflection on goal. That was dangerous, but the Flyers luckily able to deal with it. Couturier could not clear it all the way. That was blocked by York. Strome now, back behind the net. Down low. Here's a shot from distance, blocked. But now the Capitals get it right back. Strome try to center it. And Zegras now will pick it up. And a race. Here we go. Owen Tippett getting that should be a penalty. It might be a penalty shot, folks. It might be a penalty shot. We'll see. We'll see. That should have been a penalty shot. It was on a breakaway. And no, it won't be on a penalty shot, but it will be a holding call. And the Flyers will go to the power play. So Duran gets the holding call, and the Flyers power play looking to go to work. 5-on-4. 15:44 of the first period. Here's Zegras looking to win the faceoff. Zegras has been really struggling on the faceoffs. Hopefully he can win this one. This is a very important faceoff to win, and he does win it. And now Drysdale at the point gets it to Michkov. Michkov down low to Konechny. Too far for Konechny, but Tippett gets it back. Tippett now finding Zegras. Zegras finding Drysdale. Drysdale to Zegras on the right side. Zegras now goes up with it. Takes a shot deflection wide. Now Konechny. Back to the point. Drysdale. Zegras thought about the one-timer. Now back to Drysdale. Down low is Michkov on the left side. Michkov back to Drysdale. Down low for Konechny. Konechny back to Zegras. And Zegras could not handle it. He should have probably handled it that. And now the Flyers again up with it. Konechny. Konechny now behind the net to Zegras. Zegras to Tippett. Tippett finds Konechny. Konechny on the left side. Konechny try to go cross-ice with it to Zegras. Try to center it in the middle. Blocked. Zegras drop off though for Tippett. Drysdale to Konechny. Konechny now go cross-ice with it. Zegras couldn't handle it. Zegras back to the point. Drysdale to connect the one-timer, and it was a weak shot there. Michkov now picks up with it. Zegras on the right side. Drysdale down low to Konechny. Konechny now. Left side. Holds. Waits. Back to Drysdale. He'll go across ice to Zegras. Now back to Drysdale. One-timer save made by Thompson, and the Washington Capitals have cleared it. And Ersson will get the Flyers in position, and they'll start up again. 25 seconds to go on the Philadelphia power play. York now gets it in deeper in the offensive zone. The Flyers cannot keep it. And Washington will eventually clear one more time. And now they have an opportunity here to 2-on-2. A shot is blocked. And then they'll move it out of the Philadelphia zone back to center ice, and they'll clear it. And that will end the power play. So 0-for-1 to begin for the Flyers. Cates now deeper, and the Capitals back to even strength now. As Pierre-Luc Dubois tried to knife his way in, wasn't able to, and Ersson melted down. 13 and a half to go the first period, and it's still no score. Okay, we have 2 people in right now, so kind of a slow start. So it's a good start for the Flyers, I think. That power play, we just like to play catch on the power play too much. Like, just shoot the damn puck. So, yeah, I think this is going pretty well. Pretty well. Let me see if I can get more light. No. Does this work better? Oh, no, a little bit too. Does this work out? I'll just leave it. Just leave it. I think this is better. But so far, so good. We'll have to keep on pressing. Washington are a really good team, and we also need this if we want to try to make a push for the playoffs. That deflection almost ended up into the back of the net. Zegras passed to Drysdale. Drysdale got it through enough. And Flyers win another faceoff. Sanheim gets it up ahead off of the stick of Glendening. Now Washington will move it forward. Opportunity sort of threw it to the net. Easy stick save for Ersson. Sort of now. Kind of struggling with it. Try to get it to Dubois. Here's a shot. Deflection to Dubois. He missed the puck. He had an open net. Dubois to Van Riemsdyk. Now Dubois back across. Point shot save made. Trevor Van Riemsdyk got the puck through. And now here come the Flyers with it. Here's Tippett. Looking to knife his way in. Loses it. And Jacob Chiron. Now moving it up for Washington off of the stick of Strome. Another save. It's an icing. I guess it never touched anybody. I'll take a look at this. I'm sticking with Ovechkin. But Ovechkin still getting tip. But then Ovechkin, I believe, got slightly shaken up on that play. He's just a very respected player in this league. And the Flyers win the faceoff. Here's Konechny. Centering pass save made. Dvorak had a good opportunity there. He gives the Flyers a 1-0 lead. Now a great move by, I believe it was Barkey who tried that move. Couldn't really quite tell. And there will be icing on Washington. Alex Ovechkin in his 21st season and 921 goals in his career. 9-time Rocket Richard Award winner. Just loves to score goals, especially against the Flyers. He scored some of the most goals of his career against the Flyers. Konechny now will tip it in deeper. And a turnover. Here's Grundstrom. Carl Grundstrom getting behind the net, getting pushed. Grundstrom back to the point. Here's York with it. York trying to find him, and the Flyers now have it. Here's Drysdale from the point. Now to shot, and a save made. Dvorak will keep it. York now finding Drysdale. Drysdale down low. Konechny will flip it back to Grundstrom, and Grundstrom getting checked. That's right, Gaming Gourmet. Welcome. Let's go Flyers. Sealer now. York struggling with it, and Wilson now gets it back. A turnover from York, but the Flyers are able to bail him out. Well, no, they can't. They couldn't clear it. And as a result, the Flyers take a penalty there. That's not good. The Flyers should have done better. And I believe it'll be on Zegras. So Zegras will go to the box. A 2-minute minor for hooking. Let's take a look at this. I mean, Zegras is complaining about it, but it did look like a slight hook there. So, I mean, not a lot, actually, but I guess enough to make the call. Take a look at this pass by Dvorak. Drysdale really hit his own teammate on that shot. So, a 2-minute minor for hooking called on Trevor Zegras. A little bit of frustration from Ziggy as he goes to the box. And Flyers do win the faceoff, but somehow Washington gets to the puck first. Now Dubois to Strome. You got to watch Ovechkin on the left side. Dubois to Chiron. Ovechkin one-timer. It is blocked. We talk about all the time. Strome now taking it to the net. Save made. Ovechkin keeps it in. Ovechkin down low. Strome now. Back to Chiron. Chiron across. Ovechkin thought about the one-timer. Now Chiron faking. Strome right side. Back to the point. Chiron to the right side. Chiron down low. Dubois. And it sails high. I believe Erson got a piece of it. Ovechkin now will battle it at the boards, and Washington comes up with the puck. Shot there, and they score. Jacob Chiron. Ryan Leonard gets Washington on the board. It was savable. He beat Erson on the short side, and Washington leads it 1-0. Let's take a look at this. Just too weak on the boards, and then Leonard just turns around, and yeah, not a good one to allow if you're Sam Ersson. Bad defending by the Flyers as well, and they make them pay, and Washington lead at 1-0. Jacob Chiron, Ryan Leonard starting up the scoring for the Flyers. taking advantage of a mistake. And now Michkov. Flyers looking to tie it right away. Barkey now flips it into the Washington zone. And now the Capitals move it up, fumbled it, and they still were able to get it to the offensive zone, and keep the puck. They get forced out, and they have to start all over. Ryan Leonard with his third power play goal this season. And the Flyers have struggled with penalty kill as of late. Rasmus Sandin wasting a lot of time and now moving it to the right side. Lindgren will flip it in to the Philadelphia zone. Now the pass is deflected over the glass, and there'll be a face-off. A 13th goal for Leonard. Ovechkin and Dubois will pick up the assist. When we return, Washington gets on the board. First, it's 1-0. Of course, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, that's why I like to talk about. I know we mainly talk about the NBA on this channel, but I do watch Flyers as well. Again, Urson should have probably been doing better there, and Ristolainen couldn't poke it in time. And who was at the scene of the crime as well? Travis Sanheim. Of course, he was. Couldn't sacrifice the body to get a block in. He just kind of stood there. But Washington lead 1-0. Pretty disappointing start. So we have 3 people in right now. Yeah, so let me just see something. Did you guys see how Bam Adebayo's 83 points and how other fans are jealous? they are really jealous. I did a bit short about congratulating Bam Adebayo because he deserved that 83 points. I mean, I don't care if he shot that many free throws. It was still a great performance. So, just people hating on it. He's all of a sudden becoming the villain for getting 83 points. Obviously, it wasn't as good as Kobe Bryant's 81 points, but it's still really impressive. So we have 5 people in now. So yeah, hopefully we can be a little bit higher by the end of this. So Washington will get an offensive zone draw. Right now in the standings, the Canadians are beating the Senators right now, so that could really help the Flyers, especially if the Flyers can go and win this thing. Bump. Now we'll get it deeper. Should have probably gotten a penalty there, but the refs don't call nothing. They battle it on the boards. Bump trying to get it to the point. It was a pretty weak pass. Drysdale keeps it in, though. Connecting now to the middle. Drysdale trying to find Bump, and Bump nearly falls to the ground, but somehow able to make the play. Now Dvorak. Drysdale a shot. Save made. Rebound. And digging away for it was a couple of Flyers, but it's cleared by Washington. York will have to retrieve it. York now racing up. Zegras, left side. Zegras behind the net. Centering pass. And it missed Grundstrom. And now Wilson picking it up. Wilson try to go behind the net. They pick it up. Wilson, Van Riemsdyk. And now Zegras for the block. What a nice play by Zegras. And what happened? They call it a penalty on Chiron. I believe he'll be hooking. So Jacob Chiron will go to the box for Washington. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, Zegras was trying to beat him tooth there. Chiron was just kind of hooking his stick down. And as a result, Flyers will go back on the power play. It will be their second power play of the day. they're 0 for 1. Flyers have had struggles again, as they've had for many years now on the power play. Trevor Zegras, 8 power play goals on the Flyers this season. That leads the team. So, Flyers will be looking to tie this game up. Matt Michkov, another deadly power play man. 4 power play goals for Matt Michkov. They Flyers 0 for 1 to begin the night. Only had 1 shot in the first power play, but they need to get pucks to the net. They need to stop playing catch all the time, as Washington will win that face-off and they clear it the first chance they get. Urson now plays it to Drysdale. Flyers. This could be a big opportunity for them. Zegras, the drop off for connecting. Just a bad decision there by Trevor. And Drysdale loses it. But somehow he got to tip it as he on the blown tire, connecting, try to get it across, tip it. Drysdale now to tip it across ice to Zegras. Try to get it back to Drysdale. Michkov down low. Zegras right side gets checked and it's cleared away. So, Flyers again having to start back up. Barkey now in on the power play. Cates as well. Cates now back to the point. Here's York. York will go to the right side where Michkov is. York will wind and blast, blocked, and it bounced in front for a second, and Washington will clear it. 48 seconds to go on the power play for the Flyers. Urson now playing a pretty dangerous pass to Cates, but Cates able to stick with it. Noah Cates now moving in. Drop off to Dvorak. Dvorak across a shot, and a save by Thompson. Now bump. Try to go back to the point. Flyers do keep it. And they lost it. Kept it for a moment, but bad passing leads to a turnover. But the Flyers have one more shot on the power play. 20 seconds to go. York has to push it. Sanheim now to Couturier. Couturier right side. Couturier just flings it in. I don't know what Couturier was doing there. And the Flyers, again, another horrible power play. 3 seconds to go of it. And now, Gulbenkian. Centering pass, shot save made by Thompson. What a pass that was by Nikita Gulbenkian. But Thompson was there. And now, we get a little bit of fighting. We got our first brawl of the night. I don't think there will be any penalties, though, for that. Oh, and another shot thrown. Brandon Duhaime was in the mix, and Nikita Gulbenkian. Let's take a look at this. Gulbenkian is behind the net. What a pass that was to it was Glendening who was in front. And then Flyers try to chip away. But when we returned, more action in the first period. 0-0. So live has looked decent so far. It's my first one. So, I'm probably not going to stay on for after this first period. I just wanted to kind of test my hockey skills a little bit, see my hockey commentating skills. Maybe I'll do another one where I actually do the full game. But I think maybe for now, I'll just we'll see. We'll see. But I hope I'm doing good. But this is my first time commentating a hockey game on the live. Like I said, it gets harder sometimes when you have to keep up with the game. It's very fast. So, yeah. And it's good. I'd also like to just kind of just in case of people who watch my stuff is not like fully into basketball and they're into other sports, they can watch this. It's kind of like trying to expand the fan base, I guess, of this channel, like people into basketball and to other sports, But let's take a look at this fight. There was a lot of punches thrown by both. I don't think Rebecca even threw a punch there. It looked like Chiron or Dahami actually. So let's take a look. Duhami and Gurbenkin going into the box. So 4-4. So maybe Flyers can score on a 4-4 opportunity. So Washington now has it. They'll move it up. Dubois try to drop off, and Chiron will go back to Dubois. Dubois now being a coward by taking it behind the net. That's not going to sit well with the Philly fans. Chiron now moves it to the right side. Chiron trying to move it back, and it's broken up. Hopefully the Flyers can make them pay for it. Cates now just chipping in, and the Flyers just can't get the offense going right now. A drop-off pass there to Strome. No, excuse me, Sordiff for a shot, and that was saved by Urson. 5:06 of the first. Justin Sordiff had a good opportunity there. It was a pretty good shot, and Urson able to come up with it. 7 shots on goal for Washington, 6 on goal for the Flyers. And Washington wins the faceoff. One-time blast, and Urson saw all the way. I believe he got a piece of it. Strome now, right side. Strome back to the point, kept in at the blue line. Here's Sandin, lost it for a moment, kept it. Now try to center it, and you cannot give a call for that. Oh, that's not good. They call it tripping on the Flyers for that. So a tripping on who gets the call? Where's the tripping there? So moves in. Sandin. Oh, that is. I mean, Risto does stick his leg out, so I guess that's what they were looking at, but didn't really do it on purpose. But I guess in the ref's mind, it was. So Washington will go on the power play for 49 seconds, 4-3. We'll go on a 4-3 for 49 seconds, and then turn into a 5-on-4. Chiron now finding Ovechkin. Ovechkin at the point. Chiron left side Ovechkin. This is where he's most deadly. He'll go across ice. Strome now back to the point, and the Flyers pick it up, but Couturier loses it, and now Strome to Chiron. Chiron trying to knife it to Wilson, and the Flyers get to the puck. Good defensive effort there. Chiron now with it. Chiron the drop off. Strome at the point. Strome to the right side. Here's Chiron to Strome. Strome to Chiron. Strome. Be careful with Ovechkin on that left side. Chiron in front. And Flyers still can't clear it. Wow, that's unlucky. Strome, as a man comes out of the box. And a turnover. Dvorak now racing up with it. 55 seconds to go of the 4-on-4, or 5-on-4 now. And now Dubois picks it up for the Flyers. So they got 43 seconds to go. Here's Leonard getting it in right side. Dubois crossed to Ovechkin. Takes a shot. Sailed high and wide. So Sandin will have to pick it up. Washington have allowed the most shorthanded goals in the NHL. Or second most in the NHL. There's a shot that was quickly saved by Urson. Not fully cleared. Sandin thought about the shot, and he gets poke checked, and that went the power play for Washington. But Leonard now looking to take advantage of that little time at the Flyers players that Gulbenkian has to get back into the game. Or not Gulbenkian, excuse me, Ristolainen. Washington has it. And now the Flyers pick up on it. There's a centering pass through the legs. Now Dvorak. Dvorak moving it up to the right side. Here's Konechny trying to knife his way in. It looked like it should have been a penalty. It looked like Konechny was held there. No call. Now Sealer. Sealer will pick up on it. Sealer, Konechny. He'll go cross with it. Missed everybody. And now Zegras will pick it up. Sealer, point shot, looking for the deflection. It bounced up. I believe it was blocked. Zegras now, kept in by Juleson at the blue line. He'll wind and fire. It was high, bounced in front. And now Tippett. Tippett gets tied up by two players, makes the play to Zegras. Nicely done. Zegras now back, trying to center it, and that was broken up. Flyers are going to still keep it in. And they do. Juleson waiting down low. Michkov, Zegras. Zegras to the point, and it's broken up and cleared away. So now Zegras. Zegras left side. He'll wind and blast. Save made. And now Washington looking for one last rush up the ice. Washington will get to the puck first there. Then Riemsdyk. And Riemsdyk shot deflection wide. And Riemsdyk right side down low. Broken up by Drysdale. And Riemsdyk keeps it into the Philadelphia zone. Grundstrom gets to the puck first, but then turns it over. 23 seconds to go. And Riemsdyk. And Riemsdyk back to Lindgren. Lindgren now try to drop off pass. Turnover by the Flyers, but the Washington Capitals turn it right back. And now Couture trying to race for the puck. No penalty called in that action, and that will end the first period. So the Washington Capitals lead it by a score of 1-0. Both teams had some chances. Washington capitalized on one of those chances. Flyers didn't. And as a result, Capitals end with the first period up 1-0. Good start for them. Flyers have some work to do if they want to come back and if they want to win this game in regulation to keep the standings ahead of the Capitals. All right, so we have 4 people in right now. We've been on live for 35 minutes now. So I think this is where I'm going to end the live now, folks. I think we've had a fun live. We had some fun, I think. like I said, this was like kind of a test. See how my hockey commentating is. I think I did pretty good. Not as good as I would do basketball. Still got to get used to doing the hockey, but I think this went pretty well. So if you guys want to see more hockey, let me know. And make sure to leave a like on this live. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Turn on notifications so you won't miss out on any exciting videos, shorts, or lives that I would make. So yeah, that's about it. Go Flyers. Hopefully they come back and win this game. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.